Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Do I Have That Other book tag. So this is a tag created by Keeping Tabs and Current Chapter, who'll both be linked down below as will the original video. And I did the first version of this not that long ago, but I had so much fun with it. I am such a competitive person that this sort of thing is just my favourite thing to do. I love competitions, I love games, I love anything where I get to be competitive. And so I saw this new version going around and thought I just had to give it a go. I have watched a couple of these videos. I've watched Emma Books and Books and Lala's videos because I kind of didn't think too hard about it. I just like watching their content. And then realised I am familiar with some of the prompts, but hopefully I don't remember too many of them. I have got them up here, I've got them printed out, ready to go, and I'm going to time it because I'm competitive, so I have to time it, and it's funny to see myself absolutely run around madly trying to find all these books. I don't feel like this challenge needs too much introduction. Basically there are 20, I think, prompts, and I have to try and find a book that fits each of them. Some are easier, some are much more difficult. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to give it our best shot. I am, like last time, going to have 3 cameras set up. You'll be able to see this bookcase in the middle, obviously. You'll be able to see my main bookcases over there, and then also my book cart, because I do have some books on there. I don't know which of those I'll be running to, but we're going to do the same setup as last time. Somehow it worked. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I know I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it. There's a few more prompts this time. Some of them are a bit more sort of hard to fulfill, so I'm going to give it my best shot, but I'm pretty much going to get straight into it. So we're going to have a camera angle change whilst I set everything up, and I will then get started. Okay, camera 1, 2 and 3 are now running. I think, I hope. I have a timer, I have my prompts there, I'm crossing them off as I go because otherwise I'm definitely going to miss some. So I guess I'm starting. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god, right, first one. A book with a fox on the cover. I do have that. Okay, where is it? Do I know my shelves? It's upside down on my shelves. How is it upside down? Fox. Number 2. A book published the year you were born. 1998. What books were published in the 1990s? Okay, my best bet you won't be able to see, but I'm gonna go investigate, is I've got these modern classics under here. I have no idea what year any of these were published. Oh my god. What year is this? 18. That's not helpful. Okay. T.S. Eliot? When's T.S. Eliot around? Oh, 62. I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer this one. That's definitely way too old. This is definitely not. 50s, no. You can probably see me here. I'm just... why were none of these books? 83, no. 85, no. I don't know when these were written. 70, no. Oh my god, I don't think I'm going to be able to answer this. I have an idea. I don't think this is going to work, but this might be the best I can get. That will work. Okay, next up. Music as a weapon or magic. Oh, I can't get it off. Oh, I don't have so many books. Oh, for God's sakes. That one. A series with mismatched covers. Yes. You can't see this again, but it's down here. I'm going to get the first book and one of the last books. Okay. They don't match. I'm not getting the whole series because there's like 10 of them. Shapeshifter. Yes. We have Wolfsong. That features werewolves. They're shapeshifters. Signed by the author. Literally anything here, I think. Yeah. Amy Taylor. All of them. Mostly red. Come on, Peter Schwab. No? Nope, that's blue. That's orange. That'll do. Kingsbane. 287 to 306. We're gonna have to start looking. Do we count acknowledgements? Because this is 285 where the page numbers stop, but then there's like 3 pages of acknowledge. I'm gonna see if I can find with a page number, but that's a maybe. That'll be too long. What is it? 287 to 306. This is 320. Yeah, that's too long. Short. None of these are short. That's probably too long. Yeah, oh, that's not helpful that it's got page 13 at the end. Why? Try Language of Thorns, that could work. Does it have page numbers? Of course it doesn't. Oh my god, why does this book not have page numbers? 278, no, it's not long enough. Okay, other bookshelf. I don't know where to start. That's too short, isn't it? Too short. Too long. Oh my god, this is a really narrow window. Too long. Oh no, that's too short. 270, too short. How long is this? This is way too long. 340, what am I doing? I don't know if this has page numbers. 260, no. This is a lot harder than I anticipated. 260. Oh, I'm knocking everything off my shelves. I'm making a mess. 290, right, that will work. Okay, so book with a main character who wears glasses. Yes, can I get it? Starless Sea, Zachary wears glasses, I'm pretty sure. Yes, he definitely does, there's a whole thing about it. Book with the same number of letters in the title as your first name, so that's 6. I need a book with 6 letters in the title. Oh, look at that. Shiver, Maggie Steve Arthur. Yes, okay, I can count to 6. Book with cybercrime technology. Yes, actually a very good book, which people haven't heard of. 0 by Mark Ellsberg. Brilliant thriller. I just tripped over my cables, didn't I? A book written in another language or translated. Yes. Yes, I do. I haven't read it, but I've heard good things. Oh my god, okay, that pile is going to fall. Moon on the cover. Night Circus, surely. Or not. Yeah. Does a moon on the spine count? Does that? It's not going to focus, is it? Does that count? I'll have that as maybe. I'll see if I can find a better one. Is there a moon on the cover of Priory? No. Is that a moon? Is that a sun? I'm not sure. None of those. No, I've already used Shiver. I won't use that again. Strange doesn't. Muse? Again, it's on the spine. Why are they all on the spine? One of these must. Again, they're suns, not moons. We might be just going with a moon on the spine. That might be the approach. Unless something jumps out at me. I don't know. I feel like so many books have a moon on the cover. I just can't. I'm so stupid. Freaking Moonrise. That has a moon on it. That can go there, that can go there. Oh, chaos. Illustrated children's book. Kinda. I'm gonna cheat. It's like a middle grade graphic novel. Collection of fairy tale myths. Kind of. But it's as close as I'm gonna get, so we're going with it. These are retellings of myths, so that'll do. Oh, where's the other? Oh no, the paper's buried. Sci-fi fantasy with an alliance between races. Star Sight, I would call that. Book with a narrow front cover that's shorter than the rest of the book. Yes. I still don't know what this is called, but I can definitely think of at least one. I know I have hundreds. That counts. Book that includes the first chapter to a sequel. I will, I just don't know. I feel like Shadow and Bone's a pretty good bet. Oh, chapter 1, look at that. I don't know what it's chapter 1 of. Wait, is it? Is that like a short story? Or is it an actual sequel? It's the actual sequel. Broken Spine. Yes, I didn't end up using it. My first copy of Night Circus is completely destroyed. Bonus question. Covers 3 or more of the above prompts. Shit. Oh my god, there's so many prompts! Okay, I feel like red's a solid bet because that's quite easy. I've got quite a lot of red books. I'm gonna go over to all my red books and see if we can work something out over there. I don't know how much of this you can see. These are all red and pink, so it's pretty solid. Series, no. Shapeshifter? Kind of, not mainly red. Signed by the author, yes, that's red and signed by the author. How long is it? That works. Okay, where's the timer? Okay, stop. 9:45. That's not too bad. I feel like under 10 minutes is definitely an acceptable time. Now I need to check these all actually fit the prompts because they may be wrong. I don't know. Right, I'll set back up and go through these quickly. Every time I do a video like this, I question my life choices. Can you see this? How this stack has some of my favourite books in it. And that is such a bad idea. Look at that. Oh god, let's sort these stacks out. Okay, I always forget how chaotic these videos are, but I'm gonna go through the lists now and check that I actually fit them all and maybe kind of explain what some of the books are, though I'm not all of them ones I've read or know about, but we'll go with it. First, a book with the fox on the cover or as part of the plot. I went with On the Cover, and this is Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. I haven't read this, I think it's middle grade? Yeah, I think it's middle grade. It's got loads of illustrations and it looks like it. I honestly bought this just because it's so cute. I am obsessed with this cover. I love foxes, like, a whole lot. And so it's just so cute. I don't actually know what it's about, but it sounds really cute. And I'll read it one day. It's one of those that I'll have to read at some point. I just don't know when, but it definitely has a fox, so 1 down. Okay, next was a book that was published the year you were born. And I really struggle with this because I'm born in 1998, which is well before the majority of the books I read, but well after all the classics I have. So I got really, really stuck. I had one book which sprung to mind instantly, but I was not going to pick it up because I don't want to talk about that series. But I have discovered that the 3rd book in the Dark Materials series was actually published in the year 2000, which works. Yeah, The Amber Spyglass was in 2000. I mean, all 3 work actually because it was to 1995. I don't know if you can see that, up here. 1995, 1997 and 2000, which all work because I get a 3-year radius. I haven't read this series yet, but I'm obsessed with this edition and determined to read the whole thing one day. But it's chunky. But I've heard really good things, so I'll definitely read it one day. I'm amazed I found something that fit that. I was fully ready to give up on that one. Next is a book where music is used as either a weapon or magic in some way. This Savage Song, this literally relies on the premise of someone using their violin to sort of mess with people's heads. An amazing series. This is actually my favourite of V. Schwab's books. I'm dying to reread these at some point. I loved them so much, so that absolutely works. And I did have that one off the top of my head before even doing this, but it's an easy answer. The next question was, do you have a series with mismatched covers? And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to answer this because most series I have are either matching. I try really hard to make sure they're matching, or I might have some in like paperback and some in hardback, but even still they're like, the covers kind of match, it's just what format. But I did then think of the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast, which I've not read in so many years, but I own the first 7 or 8 in paperback, and then I own 1 hardback with a matching cover and then 3 hardbacks with mismatching covers. I think, I'm not sure. They're over there, I can't bother to go check, but they definitely do not match. But this was one of those series I adored when I was a young teen. I'm actually really considering rereading them because they were so much fun. I love them. They're a vampire, like, paranormal series, and they're actually writing more books now. So I'm really tempted to reread them, but there are like 14 of them or 12 of them or something, and I think I only ever read 7 or 8, so I would need to reread them. I couldn't just like carry on, but that's definitely a mismatch, so it counts. Next was a book with a shapeshifter, nice and easy, Wolf Song by TJ Klune. This is all about werewolves, so I think that solidly counts as shapeshifting. If I didn't have this, I don't think I'd have an answer, because I don't really have many paranormal books or shapeshifter books. Luckily, I have this, which I'm planning to read soon, so that fits. Next was a book signed by the author, and actually a lot of the books here are signed. All of my Erin Morgensterns are signed, and all of my Laini Taylors, which are just up there, are signed, as are a good chunk of my V. Schwab's. So this was a surprisingly easy question for me, as this is, you know, the shelf of books I've bothered to get signed and stuff. But we went with Laini Taylor, and I have here, there we go, signed to me from Laini Taylor, my copy of Strange the Dreamer, my UK hardback. I literally could have picked any Laini Taylor book though, so that was just whichever one was easiest to hand. Next is a book with a mostly red cover, Kingswain by Claire Legrand. I don't think there is any debate that this is a mainly red cover. It's bright red and only has a few details on it that aren't, so I'm pretty confident in that answer counting. And that was a pretty easy spot, as it was over my book cart, which is books I'm reading at the moment, and I'm actually kind of reading this at the moment-ish, minus a book slump. Next, a book between 287 and 306 pages. This was so much harder than I thought it would be. I found City of Ghosts right when I started, which was like 285 plus acknowledgements, so I didn't know if that counted, but I was determined to find one that fully did. And The Mirror World of Melody Black definitely does, because it is... the last page number is 295. I'm hoping that's focused for you. And then it has like 1 page more, so there's like no question that's in the middle of the range. This is an interesting book actually, just quickly, I don't hear anyone talking about this. It follows a girl who I think goes into a mental health facility and meets someone there, and it's kind of because she's in a bad way, isn't sure what's real, what isn't. The person she meets, she's not sure if they're real, they don't know what's real. I can't actually remember how this ends, but I remembered really enjoying it when I read it quite a few years ago now, but I quite enjoyed it, and I need to read some more of Gavin Extense's books, I think, because it was definitely interesting. Oh, why do I not learn? Stacks getting even more precarious. The next question was a book where a character wears glasses, and for me that was again easy, The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. The main character, Zachary, wears glasses, and I wasn't sure if I was just thinking that because he's like a student and kind of like a geek, but no, I remembered there was like a full out scene where he has to get his glasses replaced. Like it's a big thing. He definitely wears glasses. Amazing book. If I haven't shouted about it enough times, please read it. It's amazing. Next was a book where the title has the same number of letters as your first name. I've just realised I went with like Maddie because that's what I go by. That's not actually my full first name, but I found a book, so we're going with it. I know my first name has 6 letters, but I picked this up and then just proceeded to forget how to count and really doubt it. But Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. Shiver has 6 letters. I'm still doubting it for some reason, but it does. So Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. This is another werewolf paranormal, actually. Didn't think of that, but yeah, that works. The next was a book with cybercrime or technology as a large part of the plot, and I chose Zero by Mark Ellsberg, which I'll very quickly talk about because I love this book and I don't feel like anyone really knows about it. This is a thriller, an adult thriller, and it definitely has technology as a really, really central point for the like motivation for this book. It's basically technology is causing a lot of harm, this specific technology, and so someone starts investigating it, and I won't say too much because it's a thriller, plus I read it a while ago, so it's kind of hard for me to sum up. But it is really, really good. I really enjoyed this one. I would definitely recommend people checking it out. It's quite different from other thrillers I've read, and as someone who loves technology anyway, I love technology thrillers. But yeah, really, really good. Definitely worth reading. I've just realised I've skipped a prompt. No! If you look, this is why I crossed them off. If you look at prompt 12, there's a 13, oh my god. If you look at prompt number 12 here, is it going to focus? There's a 13. No! I'm gonna go grab a book for prompt 13 in a minute, but I did skip it, so I'm gonna have to add a minute to my time, which puts me over 10 minutes, which is really sad. But anyway, prompt number 12 was, do you have a book that was translated? Yeah, this series, which is the Mirror Visitor. Yeah, the Mirror Visitor series. This was in French originally. I've only got the first book. The second and third, I think, have now both been translated, and I know some people love this series, so I definitely want to read it, but this was written in French originally, so yes, I do have a book that's translated. I definitely have others as well. I definitely have some translated from like Japanese and stuff, but that's the one that came to mind. So my list was poorly formatted, and so I completely missed prompt number 13, and I'm kicking myself. I can't believe I missed it. It's just the way I had this list. They were just on the same line, so I didn't read it closely enough. But it was a book by an Asian author, and so I'm gonna go with The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This is a phenomenal adult romance. I've spoken about it recently. It's great. I love it a lot. Read it. It's fun. It follows it's just great. Read it. The next question was, do you have a book with a moon on the cover? And as you saw, I really struggled because I have a lot with moons on spines, but apparently not with moons on covers. And then I realized I'm dense, and I literally have a book called Moonrise with a massive moon on it, which is also just really cool because it's like cut out so you can see me through. So that's pretty cool. But yes, this is a book in verse by Sarah Crossan. I don't actually know what it's about. I've not read it yet. But it has a moon on it, so it fits the prompt, so I'm happy. The next question was an illustrated children's book, and I don't have like a full-out illustrated children's book. We have some somewhere in the house, but they're definitely not stored in my room. I think they're mainly like up in storage in the loft, but I did have this, which I feel like is close to counting, and that is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill, which I love. This is a middle grade graphic novel, I think, though I mostly see it being read by sort of YA and adult readers. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous LGBT fantasy, adorable graphic novel, and I need to read the sequels because I loved this so much. So not really, but this is about as close as I can get with the many books I have in my room. Prompt number 16 was a book of fairy tales or myths, and this is as close as I could get. This is 1,000 Beginning and Endings, but it's like, it's retellings of myths and legends, which I feel like must count, surely. I literally just realised I have a whole book of Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. I completely forgot I owned this, but anyway, that's not what I chose. I chose this one, which I actually chose for my last one of these videos, I think, for a collection of short stories, so I'm not very imaginative, but this sounds so interesting. Retellings of Asian myths and legends, loads of amazing authors. I am really excited to get to this one. The next prompt is a sci-fi book with an alliance between two different races. Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, the sequel to Skyward. I'm not going to make any attempt to explain why this prompt fits because that would be a spoiler. So it fits. Trust me on that one. The next question was, do you have a book with a sort of shorter front cover that shows the cover behind? And I do. I have the Incarnations. You can see it here. It definitely has that shorter cover. I don't actually know what this is about, but I think this is a story all about like soulmates and reincarnation, which definitely sounds like a thing I'd be very interested in. So I'm keeping it around and will one day get around to it. I don't know when, because I've had it for a good few years now. But yeah, it definitely fits. I have so many books with this, and yet for whatever reason, this is the one my brain went to, even though it's like not one I'm currently planning on reading anytime soon or one I bought recently. Like, who knows why my brain went to this, but it did, and it fits, so can't complain. Next is a book that includes the first chapter of the next book in the series, and I thought, you know, standard YA series would be a pretty good bet for this, and it was. This includes the first chapter of Siege and Storm in the back of it. This is my US paperback of this series, I think. I have the box set here, but I think I found this in a charity shop and it was floppy and nice, and at the time I was planning to collect these editions as well. I have copies now. I have no interest in having a whole other set, but I have it and it works, so happy to have it, because I thought I was going to have to look for a really long time to find something that fit this prompt, because I never read the first chapter in the back of the previous book because I want to just wait for the next book. I find it too infuriating. Like, often publishers post the first chapter or 2 chapters or more online before a book comes out, and I never read it because it just bugs me that I then don't have the book. Like, even with my most anticipated books, I will not read a sampler until I have the whole book to read. It just annoys me too much. Next is a book with a broken spine, and if anyone knows me, I read books exceedingly carefully so as not to break the spines. Not that I never do, I sometimes do by accident, but it may surprise a lot of you that my most broken spine is my copy of The Night Circus. I don't know if you can see, it's really, really cracked. Like, it's really cracked. It was cracked when I bought it, and this was the first copy of the book I ever read, and yeah, it's quite a nice reading copy because I don't have to stress about reading it. It's It's well loved. It's well loved. It's covered in tabs. It's all cracked. I love it. I would never get rid of this copy even with a cracked spine, even though it's not my favorite thing in the world that it's cracked. And then the bonus prompt is a book that fits 3 or more of the prompts, and I was actually really surprised that I found something for this. But Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda fits, because this is red, signed by the author, and I think it's the length as well. This is actually questionable for length prompt because the last page number is 303, if you can see that. But then there's like a lot of pages of acknowledgements, but we're gonna go with it because that's where the page numbers stop, and that's the rule I used on the other one, so that's fine. But yeah, this is signed to me. I went to a signing with Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera a couple of years ago maybe now, and got it signed, so it fits. So I did it. I did it in just over 10 minutes, I think, almost 11 minutes in the end, because I had to add a penalty for missing a book altogether because I'm so stupid that I didn't check my document properly before starting. But that's on me. But I did it. That's so much fun. If anyone knows any more of these kind of challenges, please tell me, because I love anything like this. Scavenger hunts, finding books, anything that's like quick and competitive, I love. So if anyone knows of any, please comment down below. In terms of tagging people, I'm not going to specifically tag people, but obviously if you want to do it, feel free to just say I tagged you or like claim I tagged you. It's a really fun challenge, so you should definitely give it a go. Thank you obviously to the creators for making it, but that's it. I feel like I'm kind of tired now. That was a bit too hectic for me on this morning, but that's it. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. All my other social media are linked down below in the description as they always are if you want to connect on any other platform. But bye, and I'll see you in the next one.